Subscribe. I am 4 away from 50. 4 away from 50. Subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Subscribe. 4. I am. Come on. Help a brother out. Help a brother out. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. Subscribe. Hello. We are back for another episode of Manny Monday. Manny Monday. I'm excited to be back. We were on a little hiatus because I was on vacation. And again, if you're not familiar with a Manny Monday, it's just for me to recap weekly things that I noticed, moments of epiphany to my family, friends, but then also just tell about my experience. And knowing that, I think they were very interesting. And so that brings you to the channel. If you want to, you can follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok. It should be listed on the side. And without further ado, we'll get right into it, right? First thing on the list, vampire in St. Louis. By vampire in St. Louis, I mean me, because I am photosensitive and I cannot stay in the sun, because if I do get exposed to sunlight, like if I'm going from point A to point B, like if I'm getting out of my car and going to a restaurant, good, right? But if I'm hovering around in the sun, if I'm walking downtown or some shit, my skin develops like keloids, like fucking Killmonger type shit. So like, no, I recently got a photosensitivity because of tattoos. But that's neither here nor there. I went to St. Louis and it was a fucking amazing experience because it's like I'm wearing black. I'm also trying to stay out of the sun. I had a UV umbrella to protect myself, but it was a well-rounded experience. I really enjoyed myself down there. I met a lot of people. Shout out to Lydia, Will, Michaela, Debbie, Mackenzie, and there's so many other people. I forgot their names. But to briefly recap over St. Louis, because I don't want to ramble too much, but I want to just highlight some few points. One, why did I go to St. Louis? My professor told me is that whenever you go someplace, have it unique, tied around a certain experience, and then everything else will manifest, right? So the unique experience that I wanted to go to St. Louis was to experience a baseball game, because I never experienced a baseball game. So I figured St. Louis would be the first place to do so. It was fucking amazing. I got to see beside home base. The Cardinals won that day. They went against the Rockies. I met a couple people there, and I unlocked a new fear, right? Baseball is very scary, at least for me, because like when you're on TV, you see people like, oh, okay, like when they hit the bat, I mean, not to hit the bat, when they hit a baseball, right? It's very exciting. Like, oh my gosh, you hit a baseball. I hope I catch the ball. And some people use their baseball cap to catch the ball, right? But in reality, that's the most terrifying shit ever, right? I'll tell you why a baseball game is terrifying, at least going in person, right? So I'm behind home base. There's a net protecting us, right? It's daytime, having fun, seeing people catch balls and shit. Okay, that's cool, right? It becomes nighttime, and the person that's batting up, they hit the ball in such a way that it ricochets. So it ricochets, it goes back, but it goes back over the net. And the sky is just black, right? Black sky, ball ricochets, don't know where it goes, right? Because when a ball shoots up in the sky at night, it's pitch fucking black. You can't see where the motherfucker went. So I'm up there just like, okay, I know I saw a baseball go, like I'm thinking somebody caught it. Nope. It disappears and then it just comes down, and then I'm panicking right now. I made friends with this guy named Will. I'm pushing him like, get the fucking ball. Like I don't want to get hit. You know, I've seen a lot of movies. I can't think of one in particular, but there's something coming and hits you out inside the head. Nah, that's not how I want to go out. That's not how I want to go out. And people are like eager to get hit in the fucking face. Not me. Not me. But besides the Cardinals game, because that's where I really went there. I went to the zoo, the museum. Some things that I noticed about St. Louis that I give it props for is because like queer representation. I seen more LGBT people there than any other city that I went to, and I think it's a lot more progressive in that sense, and it's a lot more ahead of like a lot of other cities, right? I also noticed that outside of tourist attractions, a lot of the places are distant. So let's say like if you wanted to go to the Arch, right? There's a lot of people there, but in the in-between, there's not that many people there. There were a lot of people in the downtown area, right? And also, I know I may get some slack for this. The food is fucking trash. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't fucking with it. There are some places that I did like, right? Shout out to Sugar Fire. Great place. Great eats. My complaint about it is they didn't give me anything in like a fucking actual container, right? So when they gave me my barbecue, everything was in like it was wrapped in paper. So when I'm walking downtown, when the food really good, it gonna cut through the bag, right? And just like it being wet, I think I got brisket and pulled pork with collard greens and macaroni. The macaroni and collard greens was in the container, but the brisket and the pulled pork was wrapped in some fucking paper, and so it just made the bag wet, fell through my hands and shit. I'm trying to walk to my car with the fucking barbecue. What else was good? I like Old Country Girl. It's in a sketchy neighborhood on the north side of St. Louis, but when I was doing research, they said it's the best fucking pie. I got a sweet potato pie. Was it worth the journey? Fuck yeah, right? Best pie, St. Louis. I said approval. I got a sweet potato pie. Emo, I'm not fucking with it. It has a little flimsy crust. It's good, but it's not like beating any other places that I had tried. So I still put Detroit over it. Waffle House was an experience. Uncensored. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's dirty, but the food is actually pretty good. And then last thing about the food before I transition to my next topic is this a St. Louis thing? I'm asking people from St. Louis, if you visit St. Louis, please tell me it's this thing, right? So I went to the art museum, I went to the zoo and the history museum. They're all in the one location, right? And I was like, you know what? Before I go back to my hotel room, I did all this adventure. Let me get someplace nearby. And so I went to an Ocean Grill, right? And I got fried chicken and some catfish. And they did something that just irked my soul. It just irked my fucking soul. I never seen a travesty like this in my life. I know that's not a word, but it's just like, it's intense emotion, right? They gave me, okay, so in Chicago, when you want Chicago chicken, you go to a place called Harold's or JJ's. Usually they're gonna give you lemon pepper chicken, extra mild sauce, and it'd be good. It's like, delicious, right? That's what, I'm not expecting that because I'm in St. Louis. I went in St. Louis, I got some wings and a catfish. Tell me why these niggas put half a sliced onion, a raw onion, and pickles. Now, I'm not trying to disrespect nobody culture or anything. Why you putting a raw onion, a raw diced motherfucking onion, and some pickles with my fucking chicken and my catfish? I want to understand. If you from there, is this a thing y'all do? Is that place an outlier? Like, I'm speaking from a point of ignorance. Like, that shit just fucking blew me, right? Yeah, but I get off task. But yeah, so that was my experience in St. Louis. It's just like the footnotes. If you ever want me to go more in depth about anything, you're more than welcome to DM me. But I went out there to really the baseball game, but then also to be myself, right? And it sucks that I felt like I had to, I mean, granted, I want to travel as much as you can, but I felt like I was more of myself in St. Louis than I am actually in Chicago or near Chicago. I don't actually live in Chicago. But it's like, why couldn't I be myself here? Why couldn't I be more social here and be more adventurous and stuff, you know? So with that, I do bring up to my next topic, so number 2 is like the passport boys and girls, right? You Google that term, you go down and wind that, but briefly what it is these people that go to Thailand or Rwanda or just different places where they feel like they're not appreciated in the country that they're at, so they just go afar to just find romance and love and appreciation and shit like that, right? So I'm not on no fucking passport bro type shit, right? But I realized that I had the same mindset in the sense that not looking for romance or anything, but I was willing to go to St. Louis to be myself because I didn't feel comfortable enough to be myself here or to explore the city because I'd been here for a minute you know, and it sucks that I had to like wait to June or when I have my vacation to really just be myself. So I'm gonna be more me here, right? How does that look like? I do the goth horror aesthetic shit, right? And I really went full me on vacation in St. Louis. So I'm gonna bring a little bit of my vacation goth, or when I do like the 150-mile rule as I talked in the last video, I'm gonna bring that shit here, right? I'm gonna be more myself here, but I'm also gonna be more social and do the things that I was doing in St. Louis, but do that here, right? Go to a baseball game, a concert, or some other shit, right? Be more involved, right? And I've already taken the steps to do some of that, right? Going to arcade tomorrow, wrestling is the following Friday, right? But I'm also gonna do some more things in the city, and you know, just go to a couple bars and try some of my drinks. So be more me here and not necessarily waiting for a fucking vacation to do that, right? And yeah, that essentially it. I tied up both the necessary things. It's like my resolve and the passport thing, right? So exploring more of my home, right? So that is it for this Money Monday. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys, right? Hope that you guys are doing well. Comment down below. Do you feel like you're yourself here, or do you gotta travel to be yourself, right? Without further ado, take care. Bye.